High in the Carpathian mountains, shrouded in mist and legend, lies a land lost to time. This is a place where the past and present intertwine, where every stone and tree holds a story waiting to be told. The Carpathians, with their rugged beauty and mysterious aura, have long been a source of fascination and inspiration. They are more than just a mountain range. They are a living testament to the resilience and spirit of the people who once called this land home. A land where whispers of ancient battles and forgotten kings echo through the valleys. The air is thick with the memories of warriors who fought bravely to defend their homeland, and the spirits of kings who ruled with wisdom and strength. These valleys, once the stage for epic battles, now stand silent, their secrets buried beneath layers of history. This is Dacia, a realm once feared and respected by the mightiest empire the world had ever known, Rome. The Dacians were a formidable people, their land rich in resources and their warriors renowned for their skill and bravery. The Romans, ever hungry for expansion, saw Dacia as both a prize and a threat, a land that could bolster their empire's wealth and power. Here, a fierce people carved a kingdom from the rugged terrain, their culture as intricate and enduring as the mountains themselves. The Dacians were masterful builders and artisans, their fortifications and relics standing as a testament to their ingenuity and resilience. They lived in harmony with the land, drawing strength from its natural beauty and resources. They were ruled by a king who became a legend, a symbol of defiance against insurmountable odds. This king, whose name has echoed through the annals of history, led his people with a fierce determination and an unyielding spirit. His legacy is one of courage and resistance, a beacon of hope for those who would follow in his footsteps. This is the story of Dacia, a kingdom that refused to be forgotten. Despite the passage of time and the many challenges they faced, the Dacian spirit and culture have endured. Their ruins, now overgrown and hidden, still speak of a time when Dacia was a thriving and powerful kingdom. For centuries, Dacia thrived in the heart of Europe, a land rich in gold, silver, and skilled warriors. The wealth of Dacia was not just in its natural resources, but in the strength and skill of its people. They were artisans, warriors, and leaders, their contributions to history as valuable as the treasures they left behind. They were a people renowned for their bravery, their connection to nature, and their unwavering spirit. The Dacians' bond with their land was unbreakable, their respect for nature evident in their way of life. They were not just warriors but stewards of their environment, their legacy one of harmony and strength. But their prosperity attracted a dangerous enemy, an empire hungry for conquest and glory. The Romans, with their vast legions and insatiable ambition, saw Dacia as a jewel to be claimed. The clash between these two great powers was inevitable, a battle that would shape the course of history. The stage was set for a clash of titans, a struggle for dominance that would leave its mark on history. The battles between the Dacians and the Romans were fierce and relentless, each side fighting with all their might for control of this coveted land. The outcome of this struggle would echo through the ages, a testament to the enduring spirit of Dacia. This is where our journey begins, in the heart of the ancient world, where the fate of Dacia hung in the balance. Join us as we delve into the history, the legends, and the enduring legacy of this remarkable kingdom. The story of Dacia is one of courage, resilience, and an unbreakable bond with the land they called home. The year was 87 AD, a time when the Roman Empire was at the height of its power, stretching across vast territories and subjugating numerous peoples under its rule. The Roman Empire, led by the ambitious Emperor Domitian, turned its gaze towards the unconquered lands of Dacia. This region, rich in resources and strategically located, was a tempting prize for the ever-expanding empire. At its helm stood King Decebalus, a cunning strategist and fearless warrior. Decebalus was not just a leader by title, but a true embodiment of his people's spirit and resilience. He was known as the bravest of the Dacians, a title he more than earned through his cunning and tenacity. His leadership was a beacon of hope for the Dacians, who looked to him for guidance and protection against the looming Roman threat. Decebalus understood the threat Rome posed. He knew that the Roman legions were formidable, disciplined, and relentless in their pursuit of conquest. He knew a conventional war would be unwinnable. The sheer might of the Roman military machine was too great to confront head-on, so he chose a different path, a path of cunning and resilience. Decebalus decided to use the natural terrain to his advantage, turning the rugged Carpathian mountains into an impenetrable fortress. Decebalus transformed the Carpathian mountains into his stronghold. The mountains provided a natural barrier, making it difficult for the Romans to launch a full-scale invasion. He employed guerrilla tactics, striking Roman legions with lightning raids before vanishing into the dense forests. These tactics frustrated the Romans, who were unaccustomed to such unconventional warfare. His warriors, skilled horsemen and archers, harassed the Roman supply lines, turning the land itself against the invaders. The Dacians used their intimate knowledge of the terrain to outmaneuver and outwit the Roman forces. Decebalus's strategies inflicted heavy losses on the Romans, forcing them to negotiate a peace treaty on his terms. This was a significant achievement, as it demonstrated that even the mighty Roman Empire could be challenged and brought to the negotiating table. He had won a reprieve for his people, but the conflict was far from over. The Dacians knew that the Romans would not easily forget their defeat, and would return with even greater force. The Roman eagle had been wounded, and it would not rest until it tasted revenge. The stage was set for a prolonged and brutal conflict, one that would test the limits of both the Dacian and Roman empires. The peace with Dacia was short-lived. The new Roman emperor, Trajan, a military genius with a thirst for glory, vowed to crush Decebalus and claim the riches of Dacia for Rome. He knew that to defeat Decebalus, he needed to overcome the natural barrier that protected Dacia, the mighty Danube River. Thus began one of the most ambitious engineering projects the ancient world had ever witnessed. Under Trajan's command, Roman engineers, laborers, and slaves toiled relentlessly for 2 years. They carved stone, felled trees, and erected massive arches, defying the river's currents to construct a marvel of engineering, Trajan's Bridge. This colossal structure, spanning over a kilometer across the Danube, was a testament to Roman ingenuity and a symbol of their unwavering determination to conquer Dacia. With the bridge complete, Trajan's legions poured into Dacia, their numbers bolstered by auxiliary troops and siege weapons. The die was cast for a final confrontation. The Fall of Dacia, a king's defiance. The heart of Dacia, the fortified city of Dacia, became the focal point of the conflict. This ancient city, nestled in the Carpathian Mountains, was not just a strategic stronghold, but also a symbol of Dacian pride and resilience. Its walls, though weathered by time, stood as a testament to the strength and determination of its people. Roman legions, armed with superior weaponry and siege tactics, laid siege to the Dacian capital. The Romans, with their disciplined formations and advanced engineering, brought with them a sense of inevitability. Their siege engines, capable of hurling massive stones and fiery projectiles, battered the once impenetrable walls of Dacia. Inside the city walls, Decebalus rallied his people. The Dacian king, known for his tactical acumen and unyielding spirit, moved among his warriors, instilling in them a fierce determination to defend their homeland. His presence alone was a beacon of hope and defiance. He knew his kingdom was outnumbered and outmatched, but he refused to surrender. Decebalus understood that the fight was not just for territory, but for the very soul of his people. His resolve was unshakable, and his defiance became a rallying cry for the Dacians. The Dacians fought with unmatched ferocity, defending their homes and families against the relentless Roman onslaught. Every man, woman, and child took up arms, turning the city into a fortress of resistance. The air was thick with the sounds of battle, the clash of swords, and the cries of the wounded. Despite their valiant efforts, Dacia eventually fell. The walls that had once stood tall and proud were now reduced to rubble. The city, once a beacon of Dacian strength, lay in ruins, a stark reminder of the cost of defiance. Yet, even in defeat, Decebalus refused to yield to his enemies. His spirit remained unbroken and his defiance undiminished. He stood tall, a symbol of resistance, even as the Romans closed in around him. Rather than face capture and humiliation at the hands of the Romans, he chose a warrior's death. Decebalus, with the last of his loyal warriors, made a final stand. His decision was not just about personal honor, but about preserving the dignity of his people. With his remaining soldiers, he made one final desperate charge against the Roman lines. The Dacians, though weary and outnumbered, fought with the desperation of those who have nothing left to lose. Their charge was a testament to their unyielding spirit. He fought with the strength of a cornered wolf, his every blow fueled by defiance and desperation. Each strike was a statement, a refusal to bow to the might of Rome. The battlefield became a stage for his final act of defiance. Overwhelmed, Decebalus fell, mortally wounded. His fall marked the end of an era, but his legacy of defiance lived on. The Dacians, though defeated, would remember his courage and determination. Legend has it that he took his own life to avoid being captured, a final act of defiance against Rome. This act ensured that his spirit would remain unbroken, a lasting symbol of resistance against oppression. The legacy of Dacia echoes in the present. With Decebalus gone, Dacia fell under Roman rule. But the spirit of the Dacians proved harder to conquer. Their language, customs, and love for their land continued to thrive, eventually merging with Roman culture to form a new identity. This fusion of cultures gave birth to a new people, the Romanians, who proudly claimed descent from both the Roman conquerors and the defiant Dacians. The legacy of Dacia is not just confined to the history books. It lives on in the Romanian language, which retains elements of its Dacian roots. It echoes in the traditions and folklore passed down through generations, tales of brave warriors and mystical creatures. And it can be seen in the landscape itself, where the ruins of Roman forts and Dacian settlements stand as silent witnesses to a turbulent past. Rediscovering Dacia. A journey through time. Today, the story of Dacia is being pieced back together. Archaeologists are uncovering the hidden treasures of this lost kingdom, from the ruins of Sarmizegetusa to the intricate gold artifacts that hint at a rich and sophisticated culture. These discoveries are helping to shed light on a civilization that was almost lost to time, revealing the ingenuity, artistry, and resilience of the Dacian people. The story of Dacia is a reminder that even in the face of overwhelming odds, courage and determination can leave an indelible mark on history. It is a story of cultural exchange and adaptation, of how the legacy of a conquered people can live on through their descendants. And it is a story that continues to fascinate and inspire, urging us to look beyond the history books and rediscover the forgotten kingdoms that have shaped our world.